morning, students. We have completed 2 lessons. One lesson in 2 classes. The ball poem, right? Okay, now the next lesson is the diary of Annie Frank. Okay, so Annie Frank, she wrote a diary. That's what you understood from the title of the story. And you are going to take a part of that from the diary of Annie Frank. A small part of the diary is taken as a lesson for us. Next, why is so important to learn about Annie Frank? Why should we read something which Annie Frank wrote? Shall I tell you one thing, children? Annie Frank is a 13-year-old girl, right? So she was born in the year 12th June 1929 and she died in 1945. We don't know February or March also. And she was born in German, a Jewish girl. So 13-year-old girl wrote a diary and that became very famous, that it came as a part of the lesson for our 10th class, which means there must be something for us to know about that. So before we understand why she wrote the diary and all that, we should know little bit of the historical background at that time. So this years you can clearly understand 1945, 29 and that period what had happened. Yes. Yeah. So Annie Frank family moved to Amsterdam. They were living in Germany after the Nazis gained power in Germany, but were trapped when the Nazi occupation extended into the Netherlands. So during at that time, Nazis means Nazism, Hitler. So Hitler was there in Germany and Germany occupied, this Nazism was there everywhere. So these Nazis, German people, they hated Jew because you know that the period, it was after the First World War, before Second World War. During that period, these Hitler and few Germans, many Germans, they felt that they lost the First World War. It's just because of these Jews. So they just wanted to take revenge on them. They were just killed like anything. So wherever these Jews people are found, immediately they were killed. We all know it's not correct. Even few Germans also knew very well that it was not correct. That's why few people helped them. So father, mother and sister and Annie Frank. These are the one you can see in that picture. So this diary, what she wrote, it was given to her on her 13th birthday, and in that book you can find few things what happened in her life. And it was eventually translated in other languages apart Dutch, because in that diary she wrote how she felt when she was there in that hiding place. So they started hiding in, this is the place, the factory of Otto Frank, who was father of Annie Frank. In this place they were hiding. Hiding in the sense they were not allowed to go for shopping malls. They were not allowed to go out, as it was just like a lockdown. Okay, the way you saw how the police were beating when you were going out. There, if they find that it was Jew who was working on the malls or walking on the streets, they were just taken away to the concentration camps and they were just kept there and killed. Be there till their death. Do you believe 6 million Jews were killed at that time? So they were really afraid of that. So they were hiding there. But what happened? This is the concentration camps. What they were, look at the way how they were completely in that lockdown and not able to come out of that. If they come out, they will be killed. So in that Jewish camp, when they were hiding in that place, they were betrayed. So there were a few Germans who were helping them, like bringing all the food and giving them like potatoes and all that. And they were really very hiding in that place. You know to what extent they were hiding? Even after using the toilets, they were not supposed to even flush out. Because if they flush out that, people will know that there was someone. Who will be hiding? Jews will be hiding. So at that situation, at that horrible situation, they were living in those times. So, but somebody came to know about that and they were sent to Bergen-Belsen concentration camp, and there the sister Margaret Frank was died there, and afterwards even Annie Frank also died. So afterwards the father, he was the only person who was alive. Afterwards father went there and he searched the place where they were hiding, and at that time he found the diary of Annie Frank. So he looked at, he was really touched. 13-year-old girl, my daughter, who wanted to be a writer, and then she died just because of this Hitler and Nazism. So he wanted to, after the war, he gave the book for printing, and that book was translated in so many other languages, and even many movies were also shooted on that story. That is how we came to know about the diary, and it's all because of Otto Frank, father of Annie Frank. So now, why? Why do you think Annie Frank has started writing a diary? What is the need for her to write the diary? Okay? Yes. Here, Annie Frank, you can see writing a diary. Writing in a diary is a really strange experience for me. Someone like me. Not only because I have never written anything before, but also because it seems to me that later on, neither I nor anyone else will be interested in the musings of a 13-year schoolgirl. 13-year schoolgirl. So she was writing all her feelings in that diary. Why she was writing? Because you know, children, when compared to all the other work, it's writing part is the last one what you prefer. When always in the school, whenever we ask you, do you want to tell the answers or write? Your answer will be, we will tell the answers, madam. We don't want to write. So, writing part is really not interested for many people. So, not because I have never, it is just because she did not write anything. That was not the only reason what she did not like writing. But also because she knew very well that afterwards, me or anyone else will be interested in knowing the feelings of a 13-year-old girl. 13-year-old girl, what will she write? What is there for us to read? That will be anybody's feeling. So with that intention, even nobody will read that. That's why she felt that nobody will read. But what happened? She became very famous. Then what is the other reason what she was telling? Paper has more patience than people. I thought of this saying on one of those days when I was feeling a little depressed and was sitting at the home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless, wondering whether to stay or go out. So she was really bored at that time. She was thinking, she felt like talking to somebody. And then she felt, now if I start talking, people may not listen to me. It's the paper which has a lot of patience. It can listen to me very carefully. So why can't I write whatever I'm feeling now? She started, without going out, she started to write the diary. These are the reasons why she wanted to write a diary. Okay, then what happened? Now, I'm back to the point that promoted me to keep a diary in the first place. I don't have a friend. So the first reason why she wanted to write is that she did not have a friend. Do you think that she was all alone living? Just now you saw father, mother and sister, everybody. Then why do you think that she was all alone? Why did she feel that I don't have friends? Look here. Let me put it more clearly. Since no one will believe that a 13-year-old girl is completely alone in the world. And I am not. I have loving parents and a 16-year-old sister, and there are about 30 people I can call friends. I have a family, loving aunts and a good home. No, on the surface, I seem to have everything except my one true friend. All I think about when I am with friends is having a good time. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary everyday things. We don't seem to be able to get any closer, and that's the problem. Maybe it's my fault that we don't confide in each other. In any case, that's just how things are, and unfortunately, they are not liable to change. This is why I have started the diary. So here she is telling, I have everybody. I have family, father, mother, sister, and even 30 friends. But what's the problem? I'm not able to, I can play with them, I can spend good time with them, but I can't speak whatever I'm feeling to everybody. That's my problem. I'm not able. Maybe that is my problem, my fault, that I can't trust anybody to tell whatever I feel, whatever I'm feeling in my heart. I won't reveal that to my friends. Maybe if I tell, I may have good friends. That's what she felt, but she could not trust anybody, and that's the reason she did not reveal anything to her friends, and she was all alone. And then she felt like, look here, to enhance the image of this long awaited friend. So she was eagerly waiting for one friend, long awaited friend. And where is that friend? In my imagination. I don't want to jot down the facts in this diary in the way most of the people would do, but I want the diary to be my friend, and I am going to call this friend Kitty. So whenever you are going to write a diary, generally whenever you see a people write in it, they will write, today I went to school, completed my maths work, my sir appreciated me, felt really very happy. These were the things you will be writing in your diary if at all you are in a habit of writing a diary. But you won't write everything in detail like a story. But here she personified her diary as her close friend whom she can trust and tell everything whatever she felt in her mind. So she gave her name, that diary, the name Kitty, and she started writing everything in that diary without hesitating. Now, this is the little part what we have completed. After this, these are the questions, and I am not going to discuss these answers because I want you to go back to the lesson and read and then write the answers. Now, but definitely I am going to read the questions so that you know whether you understood that in the whatever I told just now. What makes writing a diary a strange experience for Annie Frank? Why she hesitated to write the diary? Why she felt that was a new experience for her? Then, why does Annie want to keep diary? Why did she want to write a diary first? Why she started writing a diary? And then, why did Annie think she could confide more in her diary than in the people, in her friends, other friends with whom she was playing? Why did she think that she could trust the diary, not her friends? What made her think like that? So these are the three questions. I think you know the answer. If there is any doubt, go back and read the lesson. We will be discussing the answers in our virtual class. Now, next part. Since no one would understand a word of my stories of Kitty, if I were to plunge right in, I would better provide a brief sketch of my life, much as I dislike doing so. Dislike, she doesn't like to tell about her life. But why is she telling that? Because my stories to Kitty will not be liked by everyone. Whenever she is writing all those things, she expects that maybe few people will read that. When they read, they must understand. They should know how she felt and why she felt like that. That made her to give a clear picture. Understand the words of my stories to Kitty, and if I were to plunge right into that story, nobody will understand that. So, let me tell you something about me. And she started telling about herself. My father, the most adorable father I have ever seen, didn't marry my mother until he was 36 and she was 25. My sister, Margaret, was born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1926. I was born on 12th June 1929 and I lived in Frankfurt until I was 4. My father emigrated, means went away, emigrated to Holland, started living in Holland in 1933, leaving Frankfurt, Germany. My mother, Edith Hollander Frank, went with him to Holland in September, while Margaret and I were sent to Aachen to stay with our grandmother. Margaret went to Holland in December and I followed in February, when I was plunked down on the table as a birthday present for Margaret. So, first they were living in Frankfurt, Germany. Then they went to Holland, and first mother went, then sister went because they were living with the grandmother, and then afterwards at last Annie Frank also went with her grandmother, and they went there on her birthday, plunked down on the table as a birthday present. Okay, so she went there on her birthday. I started right away in the Montessori nursery school. I stayed there until I was 6, at which time I started in the first form. In the 6th form, my teacher was Mrs. Kuperus, the headmistress, and at the end of the year, we were both in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell. So, her headmistress was Mrs. Kuperus. She loved her, and Mrs. Kuperus also loved Annie Frank. And at the time when they were again leaving that school and all that, both of them felt really very bad. Next, in the summer 1941, Grandma fell ill and had to have an operation. So, my birthday passed with little celebration. They could not celebrate much because grandmother was ill and operation was also done. So, simple birthday celebration was done in the year 1941. Grandma died in January 1942. No one knows how often I think of her and still love her. Grandmother, they went and stayed there with her a very young age. Naturally, you also love your grandparents a lot. So, this birthday celebration in 1942 was intended to make up for other, and Grandma's candle was lit along with the rest. So, on her birthday cake, with all the other candles, there was one more candle for this grandmother. So lovely, na? How nicely she celebrated her birthday. The 4 of us are still doing well, and that brings me to the present day, 20th June 1942, and the solemn dedication of my diary. So, at that time, she was given a present. That was the diary. So, the 4 of us are still doing well, and that brings me to the present day when she started writing the diary. So, she started writing the diary before going into the concentration camp. So, the story whatever you are going to read next is also before going into that concentration camp. Now, here is again oral comprehension. Why does Annie provide a brief sketch of her life? Though she doesn't like, she told about herself. Why? What is the reason for that? And what tells you that Annie loved her grandmother? How can you tell that she loved her grandmother so much? I know you understood the story and you can write, but go back and read the lessons one more time. Okay, children. Thank you very much. The next part will be continued in the other class. Thank you, children.